High school football highlights presented by Oggi's in Apple Valley. Oggi's, the great getting together place. High school football's best of the best. Mojave River League, Desert Sky League. All league selections. Gino Mastandrea, kind of tough to pronounce, even tougher to denounce, as in pounce on and bring down. The Oak Hills receiver turned running back emerged the Daily Press Mojave River League offensive MVP. The 5'9", 150-pound junior was at the top of his game in the Bulldogs' must-win encounter at Apple Valley. This 80 yards dash to pay dirt, one of 3 TDs on the night. He racked up 263 yards combined rushing and pass receiving.
Any one of the touchdowns stand out most?
No, sir. They were all dedicated, especially my boy Fletch tonight. You know, he's down. He's one of my brothers. And I dedicate everything I did tonight to him.
Mastandrea began the year at wide receiver and was converted to running back when DeJounte Fletcher went down. Mastandrea finished the season with over 1,000 yards rushing and 24 touchdowns, 12 rushing, 12 receiving. Oak Hills quarterback Nolan Brammer and 6', 264-pound lineman Alex Gamble, 53, join Mastandrea as first-team All-MRL on offense. Brammer threw for 2,500 yards and 31 touchdowns with only 6 interceptions. Brammer and Mastandrea return next year for Bulldogs coach Robert Kistner. So does kicker Brad Coffer and linebacker Bradley Kistner, heading up Bulldogs named first team on defense. Kistner, 9, is listed at 6', 183 pounds. Junior defensive back Roderick Blackburn, number 3, and seniors, linebacker Kennedy Imasibe, number 4, the Bulldogs sacks leader with 12, and 295-pound lineman Dylan Jennings, 75, earned first-team honors. Arguably the top linebacker in the area, Apple Valley's Mason Kelly, 12 tackles per game. The inspirational heart, mind, and soul of the Sun Devils defense, Kelly's rules of engagement, usually followed by an emphatic miniature King Kong outburst. Kelly is listed generously at 5'10", 180. Kelly's unbridled passion and under-control enthusiasm best demonstrated in his summary statement when Apple Valley defeated Victor Valley a second time, sending the Sun Devils into the CIF quarterfinals.
It is a huge victory because this is the 4th time going to second round for Sun Devil football and beating the freaking Rabbits. Part 2. Daily
Press Defensive Player of the Year, Serrano's Jay Henderson, number 4. The 6'3", 200-pound defensive end had 5.5 sacks for a Diamondbacks team that did not allow an opponent to score on their home turf until the CIF playoffs. After shutting out Apple Valley and clinching a 5th straight MRL title?
We expected a close game, actually. We know this is a good team. We practiced hard this week, and we expected a close game. We knew that it was a good team, you know, so we just came out and played, and then, as you see, nobody scored on us all season at home, so that's a really good feeling.
Brendan Lolmau, 77, first-team defensive lineman. Defensive back Lee Hogan, 21, and senior lineman Grant Kuntz, 44, and John Maxey, 55, first team on defense and offense. Kuntz at tight end. Other first team D-backs on offense, Zarek Daler, 66, wide receiver Kyle Armstrong, 7, and running back Jordan King, 15. Michael Morris, 16, received first-team All-League honors as well. Sultana linebacker Tristan Woods, 56, led the Sultans with 96 tackles, earning MRL first-team honors. Hesperia senior linebacker Elijah Wallace, number 36, averaged just under 12 tackles a game. Scorpions named first team offensively, quarterback Austin Williams, wide receiver Chris Crummell, and lineman Randy Flores. Crummell, number 8, had 16 of Williams' 22 touchdown passes. The signal caller, Williams, is a junior. Apple Valley's 6'6" senior lineman Michael Cashian, 48 at season's outset, first team defensively and offensively. Mike Cashian was right man, right place, right time and time again in the Apple Valley Sun Devils' season-opening victory over Knight, twice putting points on the scoreboard. First, Cashian tackles the Knight quarterback in the end zone for a safety. Then Cashian picks up a Hawks fumble and carries it in for a touchdown. These Cashian heroics in the first game of the year, he would be among 4 Sun Devils starters to miss the final game of the season due to injury. The Devils' 24-20 loss to eventual CIF finalist Citrus Hill. Apple Valley free safety and wide receiver Brandon Mapstead, number 1, first team on defense and offense. First team honors on offense also to Sun Devils leading ground gainer D'Angelo Guillory and 6'1", 280-pound lineman Moses Mabry, 75. Guillory's biggest single-game performances came in Apple Valley's non-league triumphs over crosstown rival and Desert Sky League champions Victor Valley. Senior defensive back and 3-year starter Jacob Munoz, 10, joins Sun Devils Mason Kelly, Mike Cashian, and Brandon Mapstead named first team All Mojave River League on defense. Now the Desert Sky League All-League selections. The Victor Valley Jackrabbits certainly sent retiring coach Leland Eudy out in style. The dark horse Jackrabbits went undefeated in the Desert Sky League, contributing to Eudy's selection as the Daily Press Coach of the Year. Rabbits players were equally rewarded. 11 are named first team All DSL. Topping the list, senior quarterback Daniel Walker, Desert Sky League Player of the Year on offense. In the immediate aftermath of the Rabbits' title-clinching triumph over Silverado, Walker addressed the accomplishment and the players' love of their head coach.
How much of this was for Coach Eudy?
All of it. As much as possible. We want Coach Eudy to go out with the bang. Love you, Coach Eudy!
How much of this was for Coach Eudy?
Everything. He's given so much to this program. Everything's for him, especially since his last year.
That's DSL defensive MVP, linebacker Sean DeLaTorre. Jamal Tate, 7, was named first team defensively from his cornerback position and on offense at wide receiver. Tate was the prime target of All-League signal caller Daniel Walker. Running back Donald Mitchell, and offensive lineman Phil Timoteo, 58, and Tony Gutierrez, 56, fellow Jackrabbits named first team on offense. Gutierrez shown here on defense on the victory-sealing sack of Silverado's quarterback in the title-clinching win. Defensive back Dana Jenkins, 16, lineman Lamont Smith, 90, and linebackers Amon Mao, 8, and Chance Padilla, 22, Silverado Hawks, first team selections. Mao and Padilla are juniors. Mao wears number 8, carrying on the tradition of outstanding Hawks defenders years past, namely Jimmy Musgrave, Dominic Bonapels, Celester Asuega. Fellow juniors, wide receiver Robert Evans, 80, and lineman Augustine Beltran, 78, Hawks named first team on offense. Granite Hills placed a pair of juniors on the first team, versatile running back Chris Blick 20. Glick with over 1,000 yards rushing this year. Wide receiver Trevor Baker, 88, the team's leading pass catcher. Atalanto's lone first-team selection, defensive back Kylan Brokenbow, a Saints two-way starter. As for the Coach of the Year, Lee Eudy served 4 tours of duty at the Rabbits' helm. And in case you're wondering why so many return engagements, Eudy tried a number of times to retire, but always returned when summoned to revive or rescue an endangered program. More than once, this former Jackrabbits player saved the Jackrabbits football program. Entirely old school, always unassuming, these pre-game comments before the showdown against Silverado in 2009.
What's the greatest importance? That we perform well tonight and show that we are a league contender. We know that Silverado's been pinpointed to be one of the league championship type teams, so we want to just play a solid football game.
Pre-game comments before the title match against the Hawks this year.
August, September, did you think it could come down to this?
I thought we had a shot at least being one of the top 3 teams, and it's kind of worked out for us. I didn't think I'd be 4-0, to be honest with you, but our kids just refused to bend, and they're not overly big, but they got a big heart.
Leland's legions of colleagues and former players extend congratulations and concur. Coach Eudy, you will be missed. High school football highlights are presented by Oggi's in Apple Valley. Oggi's, the great getting together place.